Kieran, Tasmania has used the Hare-Clark system since 1909, and more than 100 years on, it remains the state's often confusing but still colourful format. The system takes its name from two men, Thomas Hare, a British advocate of proportional representation, and Andrew Clark, Tasmania's Attorney General, who legislated a version of the model. Together, their work gave Tasmania the Hare-Clark system as we know it today. So how does it work? Essentially similar to how upper house elections operate across Australia, including the Senate. There are 5 electorates in Tasmania. Each of these elects 5 members. It's not as simple though as the most popular 5 candidates getting elected. The best way to demonstrate this, let's look at Franklin and how that all unfolded in 2018. Now, 2 ways to get elected under Hare-Clark. 1, get that 16.7. Here's the magic number, that pink line. That's the threshold for an individual to get elected. As you can see, only the Premier in this electorate, the then Premier Will Hodgman, reached that. So much so he got double, and he gets Jackie Petrusma elected as well. So 2 there. For Labor, so close to 1 threshold. David O'Byrne only needs a little bit of his party's vote to get ahead of that. And the Greens, well, they don't quite make it to 16.7. So that's one way. The other way is overall party numbers and how the preferences flow. So as we see how Franklin actually ended up in 2018, this is what's interesting. This is why you've got to keep an eye on this tonight. 2.9, the Liberal Party only get 2 members elected. Labor's straightforward, just over 2. They get their 2 members as well. But the Greens, even though they're further away from 1 and the Liberal Party is to 3, preferences flowed their way and they just squeaked in to get that position. So keep a close eye on the numbers. Any tiny change can flip how the preferences are going to flow. So Kieran, the Hare-Clark system means multiple counts as well happen in each electorate until those preferences are sorted and 5 successful candidates reach the required quota. Again in 2018, Franklin, 35 counts. 35 times votes were counted until the required threshold was reached. But that was one of the easier electorates. If we look around, 63 counts in Bass until 5 MPs confirmed there, 73 in Braddon until it was all done and dusted. This is the nature of Hare-Clark. It's about reaching those quotas. Significantly more of the vote doesn't guarantee significantly more members. It means the bar's set very high every election for majority government. As you can see again, in 2018, the Liberals needed more than 50% of the primary vote, not 2PP primary, to get a bare majority of 13 in Tasmania's 25-seat parliament. Labor secured a bit more bang for its buck, 10 seats from those 32% of the votes, while the Greens got 2 seats for 10%. Now, the other big X factor tonight, the Robson rotation. There's no ballot draw. Every ballot paper randomises the order of candidates. There's no sneaking a seat by being first on the ballot, as we have seen in the Senate. So, Kieran, as tonight's count unfolds, while that statewide primary vote matters, it's how it still unfolds in each of these 5 electorates that is going to decide who wins.